the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
50 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check safety. Double.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
Black 5! 54! You don't know no better. Black, what's that? Black, return!
Now Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Hey, echo. 54 Mike. Black, what's that?
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Move. They go 368. Hey, exit.
Andy Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Dalton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
So Dalton now. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Alert!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Outright he gets this one to Switzer. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Third and
3. Like 80.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left.
Snickers, 66.
We got 3.
Blue,
We got 3. Check that.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A gain of 6 there on first. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all-time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. To throw again on second down, Dalton. And his throw is incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Dalton here from the gun. He gets this one to Boyd. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Mike, guys, up. Ready? 55. Watch the screen.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Another chance for Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, box drop.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
368. Go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. This is caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. Bullock's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Alert! 52, watch 52, 52.
From the 36, Roethlisberger.
Let's make these babies cry.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
It's our time. It's our time.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
4 down.
Here's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This is Samuels, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Alpha! Watch the run! Watch the run!
To throw again. Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Give me that ball!
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Switzer on the return. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
22, 44. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's coming this way.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Bullock good on the extra point. And it makes the score 21-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start with a give to Connor. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, Samuels. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Throwing again, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Jim, alert. Hey, alert.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide.
Snickers, got to spin.
Mike 54. Drop deep.
77.
Check, watch 54.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mike 54.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Mike,
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Mike 55. Mike.
To throw on second and 6. Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And Eifert has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
55.
Hey, echo. Hey, check right. Watch it.
Throwing, Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go. Hey, exit.
Here's Dalton. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as he'll come up and go for 2.
Go. 2 by 2. Move.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let him know, let him know.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
And it'll be Dalton again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Jack 16.
Check 25. Check 25.
Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
You too.
I'm here all day. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Throwing on second down. Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
No.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go, can. Here we go, can. Hey, Haywood.
First and 10 for Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
26.
Now Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Hey, Charlie.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
$50. 57. Mike, 57. Watch the road.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins, his second sack of the night.
I like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
High. Hey, foxtrot.
To throw again. Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Andy Dalton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch QB go.
Regular. Go.
Check right. Watching it go.
Throwing again. Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
He was covered by Steven Nelson.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Nice. Hey, go, 368. Bravo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Samuels again. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Switch.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Hey, here we go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. brought down by the quarterback, William Jackson. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Hey, I'm coming.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Shift! Watch the shift!
They'll run here with Connor, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Next to score, Steelers 28, Bengals 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
To throw again. Dalton. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
2 by 2. Move.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And the throw there going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Can. 5.
No chance. Let's go.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready? Like 80.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Double bump.
It's just me and you.
On 1st down, Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All day.
Again, a run with Connor. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Take both of them.
Say.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
50, check my 50. I'm coming for you. You
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers,